Well, I guess I'm making a video. Hello everyone, MRS Seal here. Today I will be going over how I used to edit my Instagram posts and how I edit them now. I just want to make it clear that my feed is not the best at all, which is why I'm quite surprised that people ask me how I edit my posts in the first place. Since this video might be a bit long, I will leave timestamps in the description below so you can skip to the part that you want to watch. With that intro out of the way, let's get started. In my old feed, this is how I turned this picture into this. After taking my photo, I import the picture I want to edit onto Medibang Paint Pro. Medibang is a free application that you can download on both your desktop and mobile device, and I use this application to do all my doodles or digital drawings. After uploading my picture, I create a transparent layer on the side. Then, I go to the color wheel and click on the gear, which then shows me the RGB info for the colors. In order to maintain a somewhat consistent feed, I write down the hexadecimal code for the feed color that I want to go for. In this case, I would use the code DBFAFF. This would give me a soft light blue color. I then click on the bucket tool and press on the picture. It is very important to note that you should currently be on the new transparent layer and not the original layer containing your photo. Once I click on the screen, you'll notice that the picture is now completely blue. This is where I go to the eraser tool, set my eraser size to 500 pixels and the opacity down to 68%. From there, I erase the entire paint layer, and then you'll notice that the original photo will begin to show. Once I finish erasing that first layer, I then turn the opacity down to 6% and erase the entire layer again. Basically, I'm just creating a sort of, film on top of the photo. The final step is to do the doodles. So I create another transparent layer on the side, and then I go to the pen tool and select the sumi brush in the color white. Depending on how I feel, I adjust the size and the opacity of the brush and start drawing wherever I want on the new layer. Now that the picture is finished, I export the image as a PNG file, save it to my camera roll, and then post it on Instagram. Since that was a bit of a mouthful, here's a summary of what I did. I would also like to point out that the reason why I stopped doing this feed is that this method only works well under natural lighting, and due to the fact that weather exists, the lighting gets pretty inconsistent, as you can tell by my old feed. Anyways, let's take a look at how I edit my posts for my new feed. So let's turn this picture from this to this. For my new feed, I use two apps, Lightroom and Medibang. After taking my photo, I upload it onto Lightroom. Then I choose a user preset that I downloaded off the internet. I'm using a preset called Cream Glow, but there are so many other different free presets available for you to download off of YouTube, and I will link some helpful playlists down in the description. So although Lightroom does 90% of the work once you click on the user preset, the colors may seem a bit off with the rest of your feed. That's why you need to manually adjust the preset yourself. I normally increase the temperature, shadow, and tint, and decrease the whites depending on the situation. I would also go into each individual color and play around with the sliders until I get the desired shade and tone for the post. Once I'm happy with everything, I save the photo onto my camera roll and go to Medibang. On Medibang, I do the same as I did before with the doodles. I create a new layer, choose a white sumi brush, and begin to draw. To fill up some space, I like to add some stars and wavy lines. And that's pretty much it, really. I save the photo as a PNG file, and then I post it on Instagram. Just like what I did before, here's a summary of how I edit my photos now, using Lightroom and Medibang combined. So that is basically how I edit my pictures for Instagram. Both methods have their pros and cons, but once you get used to the process, it's quite fast and easy. Regardless of how you choose to edit your photos, I highly suggest that you download a post-planning app such as Planoly. This is not sponsored, by the way. Planoly is free on the Apple Store and allows you to view your feed for future posts and pre-plan your captions, hashtags, posting times, and mentions. It has helped me a lot recently since it keeps track of the character count for my captions, and I've been trying to make my posts more meaningful to me in terms of the content that I produce, but it's quite frustrating having to delete so many sentences due to a limit. And that's why this app has saved me a lot of time and energy, so I'm really happy that I discovered it. Anyways, that's all for this video. I'm sorry that this is super long, but I hope you liked it. And if you want to keep up to date with my journey into becoming a rad tech or view photos like the ones I showcased in this video, feel free to follow me on Instagram at mrsseal. I try my best to respond to most DMs, so if you want to talk, feel free to message me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!